February 3rd, 1924. Woodrow Wilson, the 28th President of the United States, dies in Washington, D.C. at the age of 67. In 1912, Governor Wilson of New Jersey was elected president in a landslide Democratic victory over Republican incumbent William Howard Taft and Progressive Party candidate Theodore Roosevelt. The focal point of President Wilson's term in office was the outbreak of World War I and his efforts to find a peaceful end to the conflict while maintaining U.S. neutrality. In 1916, he was narrowly re-elected president at the end of a close race against Charles Evans Hughes, his Republican challenger. In 1917, the renewal of German submarine warfare against neutral American ships forced Wilson to push for America's entry into the war. At the war's end, President Wilson traveled to France, where he headed the American delegation to the peace conference seeking an official end to the conflict. At Versailles, Wilson was the only Allied leader who foresaw the future difficulty that might arise from forcing punitive peace terms on an economically ruined Germany. He also successfully advocated the creation of the League of Nations as a means of maintaining peace in the post-war world. In November 1920, President Wilson was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts at Versailles. In the autumn of 1919, while campaigning in the United States to win approval for the Treaty of Versailles and the League of Nations, Wilson suffered a severe stroke that paralyzed his left side and caused significant brain damage. During his last year in office, there is evidence that Wilson's second wife, Edith Bolling Galt Wilson, may have served as acting president for the debilitated and bedridden president, who often communicated through her. In March 1921, Wilson's term expired, and he retired with his wife to Washington, D.C., where he lived until his death on February 3rd, 1924. 2 days later, he was buried in Washington's National Cathedral, the first president to be laid to rest in the nation's capital. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson on Woodrow Wilson. Don't forget to comment on this video down below.